In a world obsessed with power, speed, and digital screens, one motorcycle dares to stay pure. It doesn't chase records, it doesn't crave attention, it just works. Day after day, road after road. This is the 2026 Suzuki DR200, the return of a legend that refuses to die. In today's episode on Acer Rider, we're taking a deep dive into what makes this new DR200 so special. How Suzuki has brought back a true dual sport icon for a new generation. We'll explore its updated engine, rugged frame, new technology, and the reasons it's still one of the most trusted, small-capacity adventure bikes ever. Built, but stay tuned till the very end, all because there's a surprise challenge waiting. We're pitting the DR200 head-to-head against its lifelong rival, the Yamaha AG200, in a real-world endurance test. Two bikes, one mission, and a single tank of fuel to decide which machine truly rules the wild. So buckle up, settle in, and let's rediscover the spirit of simplicity, the kind of riding that built legends. This is Acer Rider. The Suzuki DR200 has always been one of those quiet achievers, a motorcycle that never screamed for attention, never chased records, yet always found its way into the hearts of riders who value simplicity, reliability, and endurance. For decades, it has served as a loyal companion for commuters, learners, and adventurers alike. It was the kind of motorcycle that did everything asked of it, and asked for very little in return. In 2026, Suzuki brings back this humble yet iconic machine. The new DR200 is a reminder that even in a world filled with technology, screens, and high-performance engines, there's still room for a motorcycle that keeps things simple. On Acer Rider, we explore the rebirth of a small displacement legend, the 2026 Suzuki DR200. The DR200's story began in the 1980s, when Suzuki developed it as a lightweight dual sport capable of tackling both pavement and dirt with ease. It quickly gained a reputation for toughness. Riders discovered that it could handle abuse that would sideline larger, more expensive motorcycles. It was popular among farmers, off-road instructors, military organizations, and adventure schools. Its 199cc air-cooled engine was simple, under-stressed, and nearly indestructible. For many, the DR200 was their first taste of freedom, a machine that taught them to ride and kept them riding for years. The last few years saw the DR200 quietly fade from Suzuki's global lineup as emission standards tightened. But fans never stopped asking for its return. They wanted that same combination of lightweight design, low maintenance, and easygoing reliability, just updated for the modern era. And now in 2026, Suzuki has delivered. The new DR200 may share its name with the past, but it carries a fresh heart. The 2026 version is powered by a modernized 200cc single-cylinder engine, air and oil cooled, to retain its rugged simplicity while meeting Euro 6 and global emission regulations. Suzuki has refined the engine with fuel injection, a rebalanced crankshaft, and better heat dissipation. It produces around 18 horsepower, still modest, but tuned for a smooth and linear delivery. This is not a bike that demands aggression. It rewards patience, precision, and practicality. The gearbox remains a 5-speed unit, as it always was, but the feel is now lighter, the clutch action smoother thanks to a new assist and slipper mechanism. It's easy to manage for new riders, yet satisfying for experienced ones who appreciate mechanical honesty. The final drive remains chain-driven, offering a perfect blend of simplicity and durability, ideal for off-road adventures or daily commuting. Where the old DR200 was bare bones, the 2026 model brings refinement. The chassis is still a steel tube frame, simple, strong, and forgiving. But suspension geometry has been subtly improved. The front fork gains better damping, while the rear monoshock is preload adjustable, allowing the bike to adapt from solo rides to carrying gear or a passenger. The ground clearance remains generous, keeping the DR200's trail-capable nature intact. Braking gets a significant upgrade. Front and rear disc brakes with dual-channel ABS. Unlike overly complex systems, this ABS is designed to be light and responsive, offering safety on the road while remaining unobtrusive off it. Wheels remain spoked, with a 21-inch front and 18-inch rear setup, fitted with dual-purpose tires ready for gravel, dirt, or asphalt. In terms of design, the new DR200 stays true to its utilitarian roots. The silhouette is tall, narrow, and purposeful. The fuel tank holds just enough for long rides, around 13 liters, while keeping weight low and central. At just under 135 kilograms, the 2026 DR200 remains lightweight and manageable, perfect for maneuvering through tight trails or city traffic. Suzuki's designers have given it sharper bodywork and new LED lighting, while keeping that unmistakable DR character. Functional, tough, and unfussy. The instrument cluster receives a simple upgrade, a compact LCD display replacing the old analog gauges. It provides clear readouts of speed, gear position, fuel, and trip data, without clutter or complexity. 12V charging port is included for practicality, allowing riders to power devices during long trips. Every addition serves a purpose, staying true to the DR philosophy. On the trail, the new DR200 feels instantly familiar. The single-cylinder engine hums confidently, its pulse steady and predictable. It's the kind of motorcycle that makes you want to stand on the pegs and explore forgotten dirt paths. The throttle response is crisp, not sharp, allowing fine control on loose terrain. Suspension absorbs ruts and rocks without harshness, keeping the bike composed. On the road, the DR200 feels just as comfortable. Doesn't race, it glides. The upright seating position gives a commanding view of traffic, while the engine's mild vibrations remind you that this is a real motorcycle. Mechanical, honest, and alive. At highway speeds, it holds steady around 100 kilometers per hour, efficient and effortless. Fuel economy remains one of its strongest suits, easily exceeding 35 kilometers per liter. For long-distance explorers or daily commuters, that means fewer stops and lower costs, something every rider can appreciate. The 2026 DR200's charm lies in its simplicity. There are no ride modes, no traction control, and no massive screens. What you get instead is connection. You feel the road, the throttle, and the suspension working beneath you. It's a reminder of why motorcycles exist, not as status symbols, but as tools for freedom. Yet the DR200 isn't only about nostalgia. Suzuki's engineers have built this new version to last in the modern world. Corrosion-resistant coatings protect the frame and exhaust. Wiring is sealed against moisture and dust. And for remote riders, Suzuki offers an extended parts support program, ensuring that replacements and consumables remain accessible even in faraway regions. That's what makes the DR200 not just a motorcycle, but a long-term companion. Its competitors may boast more power or technology, but few can match the DR200's simplicity and resilience. While other motorcycles grow heavier and more complex, the DR200 stays light, lean, and approachable. It's the kind of bike that teaches you to ride better, to rely on balance, throttle control, and instinct, rather than electronics. And that's something every rider, new or experienced, can appreciate. Still, the DR200's greatest strength is its versatility. It's as much a commuter as it is a trail bike. It can handle city streets during the week and country tracks on the weekend. It's easy to maintain, cheap to run, and tough enough to handle conditions that would discourage most modern machines. In the right hands, it can do just about anything, and that's exactly why it has endured for so long. Now imagine this, a narrow dirt trail cutting through the foothills at dawn. The air is crisp, the sound of birds just beginning to rise. The 2026 DR200 thumps quietly beneath the rider, its single-cylinder heartbeat echoing off the hillsides. There's no rush, just the steady rhythm of the bike, the crunch of gravel under its tires, and the knowledge that it will take you wherever you want to go and bring you back again. That's the essence of the DR200. Freedom without fuss, adventure without excess. And here's the surprise. On Acer Rider, we're preparing something special. A real-world endurance challenge featuring the 2026 Suzuki DR200 and its longtime rival, the Yamaha AG200. Two bikes, two riders, one mission: to cover 500 kilometers of mixed terrain on a single tank of fuel, testing which of these farm-bred legends truly rules the modern world. At the end, one lucky viewer will win an exclusive Suzuki Adventure Pack, including riding gloves, trail gear, and a scale model of the new DR200. The 2026 Suzuki DR200 isn't trying to be the fastest, the most advanced, or the most luxurious motorcycle. It's trying to be what it has always been: honest, durable, and endlessly dependable. It's a bike for people who still believe that riding is about the journey, not the display. It's a motorcycle that works hard, rides easy, and keeps going long after others have given up. The DR200 is back, stronger, cleaner, and truer than ever. And on Acer Rider, we'll be here to tell its story. From dusty trails to quiet roads, where simplicity meets strength, and where every ride feels like a return to what motorcycling was always meant to be.